Hello, I'm Dr. Lucy. These are all questions patients ask me. Mix coffee, garlic, and honey. You'll be amazed what happens next. Have you ever felt like your energy is fading faster than it used to? Like the mornings are harder, your joints a little stiffer, and your mind just isn't quite as sharp as it once was? Maybe you've tried a few things, vitamins, morning walks, even cutting back on sweets, but still feel like something is missing. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. Aging brings all sorts of changes. Some are beautiful, like wisdom, patience, and perspective. But let's be honest, some of the physical changes aren't as welcome. Sluggish digestion, lower immunity, and feeling tired even after a good night's sleep. These are common concerns, especially after 60. But here's something you might not have heard before. Three everyday ingredients, when combined the right way, can offer surprisingly powerful benefits. Now, I know this might sound a little odd at first, but stick with me, because today we're going to talk about a simple little mixture that can support your energy, digestion, immune system, and more. And the best part? You probably already have these ingredients in your kitchen: coffee, garlic, and honey. Yes, that's right, coffee, garlic, and honey. It's not your typical combination, I'll admit, but when you hear what they can do together, you might just be tempted to give it a try. And don't worry, I'll walk you through everything: why it works, how to make it, and how to use it to feel your best. So let's start with something you probably already enjoy: coffee. That warm cup in the morning that helps you feel awake and ready to take on the day. It's more than just a comfort. For seniors, coffee can offer real benefits when consumed in moderation. Not only does it help stimulate the brain and improve alertness, but it can also support heart health and metabolism. And here's the thing: as we age, our metabolism tends to slow down. That means our bodies don't process food as quickly, and it becomes easier to gain weight or feel sluggish. Coffee gives that metabolism a little nudge, helping things move along at a better pace. But it's not just about staying awake. Coffee contains antioxidants, which are those little warriors that help protect our cells from damage. As we get older, our bodies can use all the help they can get in that department. These antioxidants may help fight inflammation, support brain function, and even reduce the risk of certain diseases. Of course, too much caffeine can make you jittery or upset your stomach, so we're talking about small, smart amounts here, not gulping down a whole pot. Now let's add something a bit unexpected to the mix: garlic. You've probably cooked with it for years, maybe even decades. It adds flavor, sure, but it also adds power. Garlic is one of nature's most trusted remedies. It's been used for centuries to support heart health, boost immunity, and even fight off infections. It's like nature's little miracle bulb, packed with compounds that help lower blood pressure and reduce cholesterol. And here's what's really fascinating: garlic helps keep our blood vessels flexible and our circulation strong. That's important at any age, but especially after 60. Good circulation means more oxygen and nutrients get to your brain, your muscles, your skin, every part of you. It helps you feel more energized and alert, not weighed down or foggy. Now, you might be wondering, garlic and coffee? That doesn't sound very pleasant. And I hear you, but we're not tossing whole cloves into your morning brew. There's a specific way to prepare it so the flavors blend better and the benefits remain intact. I'll share that with you soon. But first, let's talk about our third ingredient: honey. Sweet, golden, and soothing, honey is more than just a treat. Real raw honey is loaded with enzymes, vitamins, and antimicrobial properties. It helps coat the throat, calm inflammation, and provide natural energy. Unlike refined sugar, which spikes your blood sugar and leaves you crashing later, honey delivers a gentler, longer-lasting energy boost. That's exactly what many seniors need: something to lift you up without the harsh effects of caffeine or processed sweets. But honey also helps make this whole mix more enjoyable. It balances out the bitterness of coffee and the pungency of garlic, creating a taste that's surprisingly smooth and easy to sip. And because it's antibacterial, it can even support your gut health, which, as we now know, plays a huge role in how we feel every single day. So, what happens when you put these three together? You get a natural blend that supports your mind, your body, and your energy levels, all in one cup. Coffee wakes up your brain and metabolism. Garlic supports your heart and circulation. Honey soothes inflammation and adds natural sweetness. It's like a homemade tonic, designed to help you feel more like yourself again. Now, I know it might sound like a strange little recipe, but many people who've tried it say they feel clearer, lighter, and more energized after just a few days. And the best part? You don't have to buy any fancy powders or supplements. You don't need to change your whole routine. It's just three ingredients: natural, affordable, and right there in your kitchen. Let's talk about how to actually make this blend, because preparation matters. You'll want to use freshly brewed coffee, nothing instant or artificial. Organic if you can, but whatever you have will work. The garlic should be raw, not cooked, and finely minced or crushed to activate its most powerful compounds. And the honey should be raw and unfiltered, not the processed kind that comes in a plastic bear. Just a teaspoon will do. Once you have those ready, I'll walk you through how to combine them so you get the most out of every sip. And I'll also share how often to take it and what you can expect when you do. But before we get into the steps, it's important to understand why timing and consistency matter, especially for those of us over 60. Our bodies respond differently than they used to. What we eat, when we eat, and how we prepare things all influence how we feel. So when we find a natural remedy that works with our body, not against it, it can make all the difference in the world. Let's take this a step further and look at what happens when you make this a regular part of your routine. Now, let's take this a step further and talk about what happens when you actually make this mix a regular part of your morning. Because it's not just about sipping something new, it's about creating a small, easy habit that could unlock more energy, better digestion, and even a clearer mind. So here's how to put it all together. Start with your morning coffee. About 1 cup, freshly brewed, not too strong. While your coffee is still warm, but not scalding hot, add in about half a teaspoon of finely minced garlic. I know. Garlic in coffee sounds like something only the most daring cook would try. But stay with me. That little bit of garlic, once it steeps in the warmth of the coffee, softens both in flavor and strength. It blends in a surprising way, and once you stir in a teaspoon of raw honey, it becomes much smoother. The honey not only balances the flavors, but it also acts as a binder, helping the garlic distribute evenly throughout the drink. Stir it well, take a moment to breathe it in. It might smell a little unusual at first, but it's not unpleasant. Then take a sip. You'll notice the slight bite of garlic, the familiar warmth of the coffee, and a hint of sweetness from the honey. Some people even describe it as comforting once they get used to it. Now, if drinking garlic in your coffee just doesn't sound appealing to you, there's another way you can take this blend. Make a simple garlic honey paste and enjoy it right before or after your coffee. Just mash 1 small clove of garlic and mix it with a teaspoon of raw honey. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes so the garlic's natural compounds activate fully. Then, eat it off the spoon and wash it down with your coffee. This way, you still get all the benefits without mixing everything into the same cup. Choose whichever method feels better for you. The key is consistency. So, why go through the effort? Let's talk about the benefits people have noticed from this powerful trio, especially folks in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. One of the most immediate changes people report is better digestion. As we age, our digestive system tends to slow down. Meals can sit heavier in the stomach, and it's not uncommon to feel bloated or uncomfortable after eating. Garlic helps stimulate the digestive tract, getting things moving more smoothly. Honey, on the other hand, feeds the healthy bacteria in your gut, helping with balance and regularity. Coffee, with its natural caffeine, also helps move the bowels. When taken together, this combination gently encourages your whole digestive system to function better, which means less bloating, more regularity, and even less gas. And let's not forget about energy. Many people over 60 find that their energy doesn't last the way it used to. You might feel pretty good when you wake up, but by late morning or early afternoon, you're dragging. It's tempting to reach for another cup of coffee or a sugary snack. But those quick fixes only bring short bursts followed by a crash. What this coffee garlic honey mix offers is more balanced, longer lasting energy. You get the gentle stimulation of coffee, the blood sugar stabilizing sweetness of honey, and the circulatory boost from garlic, all working together to help you feel more awake, focused, and steady throughout the day. Now, here's something else to consider. Your immune system. After 60, it naturally weakens a bit. That's just how the body works. But garlic is one of nature's best immune boosters. It contains compounds like allicin, which help the body fight off viruses and bacteria. It's why so many cultures have used garlic as a remedy for colds, coughs, and even infections for generations. And when you combine that with the antibacterial power of raw honey, you're giving your immune system a gentle daily boost without any pills or potions. Another interesting thing people have shared is how this simple mix helps with mental clarity. Now, I'm not saying it's a miracle cure for memory loss, but many have said they feel sharper, more present, and less foggy after sticking with it for a few weeks. It makes sense when you think about it. Better circulation from garlic means more oxygen to the brain. Caffeine helps you focus, and honey gives you a steady source of glucose, which is what your brain runs on. Put that all together, and you've got a natural way to feel more alert and in control of your day. But here's something truly beautiful about this whole practice. It's not just about the physical benefits, it's about taking a small, intentional step toward caring for yourself. So often, as we age, we focus on what's slipping away: energy, strength, flexibility. It can feel like we're losing pieces of ourselves, but small habits like this remind us that we're still in control. We can still take steps to nourish our bodies, support our minds, and feel good from the inside out. You don't need to change everything all at once. You don't need to become a health expert overnight. Just start with something simple: a cup of coffee, a bit of garlic, a spoonful of honey. Do it in the quiet of the morning before the day rushes in. Sip slowly, breathe deeply, and know that you're doing something good for yourself. That sense of care, that sense of purpose, it matters more than you might think. I want you to know this too. It's never too late to make a positive change. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 90, your body still wants to heal. It still wants to thrive. And when you give it the right tools, even something as simple as this blend, you might be surprised at just how much better you feel. Sometimes we get so used to aches, tiredness, and brain fog that we forget what feeling good even feels like. But it's still possible. You're still capable of feeling light, clear, and strong. So, take that first step. Try this blend. Give it a few days, maybe a week. Notice how your body responds. You might find your mornings are a little brighter, your steps a little steadier, your mind a little sharper, and all from 3 humble ingredients sitting in your kitchen. As the days go by and this little morning habit becomes a part of your routine, something starts to shift. It might be subtle at first: a bit more ease in the joints, fewer afternoon crashes, or just waking up with a clearer head. But over time, those small changes begin to build. You find yourself moving with more confidence, handling your tasks with more focus, and maybe even sleeping better at night. One of the reasons this blend works so well, especially for those of us over 60, is that it doesn't rely on extremes. It's not a drastic diet, an expensive supplement, or a complicated plan. It's gentle, natural support that your body understands. The kind of help that works with your body instead of pushing it. And that matters, because after a certain age, your body becomes a little less forgiving. It needs consistency, not chaos. Support, not stress. I've had people tell me they used to dread the mornings, that it would take them an hour just to feel like themselves. But now they look forward to starting the day. That warm cup, the quiet moment, the knowledge that they're doing something good for their health, it changes the tone of the whole day. And I want you to experience that too. You don't have to be perfect. If you forget a day or two, that's okay. This isn't about guilt or pressure. It's about showing up for yourself in small ways, consistently, because those small actions add up in a big way. They tell your body, I care about you, and your body listens, it responds, it heals. Now, you might be wondering, how long should I keep doing this? The truth is, as long as it feels good. Some people notice benefits within a few days, others within a few weeks. But if it's helping you feel more energetic, more regular, more clear headed, why stop? As long as you're using real quality ingredients and listening to your body, this is a habit you can safely carry on for the long haul. And let me say this, especially if you've felt frustrated by your health lately, just because you're aging doesn't mean you're powerless. I've seen people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s reclaim their vitality. They start walking again, dancing again, gardening again. They laugh more, sleep better, and reconnect with the spark they thought was long gone. Sometimes all it takes is one simple change, one small shift to remind you that your health isn't something that's slipping away, it's something you can actively shape. And the beauty of this coffee, garlic, and honey blend is that it doesn't ask much of you. It doesn't ask you to become someone new. It just invites you to support the person you already are in the body you already have. Of course, it's always wise to check in with your doctor before making any dietary changes, especially if you're taking medications or managing a condition. Garlic can thin the blood slightly, and while that's helpful for circulation, it's good to be mindful if you're already on blood thinners. But for most people, this is a safe, gentle tonic that can become a treasured part of your day. And beyond the physical benefits, there's something deeply emotional about taking this kind of care of yourself. It's a quiet kind of self-respect, a reminder that you're still worth showing up for, still worth investing in. I know the world sometimes overlooks seniors, makes you feel invisible or less valuable, but your life, your experience, your well-being, they matter deeply. You deserve to feel strong, to feel good, and to wake up each day knowing you're doing something kind for yourself. So here's what I'd love for you to do. Give it a try. Just a simple cup, a small clove of garlic, a spoonful of honey, and your favorite coffee. Prepare it with care. Sip it slowly. Make it your own little ritual. And then come back here and tell us how you feel. Share your experience in the comments. Maybe you'll help someone else who's nervous to try it. Maybe you'll inspire someone who's been feeling stuck. And if you found this helpful, if you learned something new, or if this gave you a little spark of motivation, please take a second to click the like button. It helps more people see this video. And if you want more practical, down-to-earth ways to stay healthy, happy, and energized after 60, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more where this came from. This is your time. Not just to survive, but to thrive. Whether you're enjoying retirement, spending time with grandkids, traveling, or simply finding peace in your quiet moments, you deserve to feel strong and vibrant while you do it. Let today be the day you choose that for yourself, not through force or pressure, but through a gentle act of care. A warm cup, a powerful mix, a daily moment just for you. Here's to feeling good. Here's to staying sharp, strong, and full of life. Here's to living your best life at any age.